A question I get asked a lot is, why do I keep doing something when I know I want to change it? You know you want to stop overthinking. You know you want to feel more confident. And you know you want to stop reaching for food when you're not hungry. Or perhaps you know you want to stop smoking or vaping. And yet somehow the old response keeps appearing. And that's because knowing something consciously and responding automatically are not always the same thing. Your unconscious mind learns through repetition, association, and experience. And once something becomes familiar enough, it can start to run almost automatically. Just think about learning to drive. At the beginning, you have to think about everything: mirrors, gears, pedals, indicators, and where your hands are on the wheel, and perhaps watching everyone else on the road. But eventually, much of that becomes automatic. Your mind has learned the pattern, and that is incredibly useful. The interesting thing is that the mind can learn less useful patterns in exactly the same way. Let's take vaping, for example. Someone might initially vape occasionally, and then perhaps they begin vaping with a cup of coffee, and then while driving, then after a meal, or when they are stressed, or then while talking on the phone, and then when they take a break. And eventually the vape goes everywhere with them, not necessarily because they consciously decide every time, I think I'll vape now, but because so many different situations have become associated with it. Coffee, the mind knows what we do here. Driving, I know what we do here. Stress, I definitely know what we do here. And the response becomes increasingly automatic. And food can work in a similar way. And ice cream is a perfect example, particularly during this hot weather. Perhaps normally you would only have ice cream occasionally. Then we have several very hot days and weeks, and you have an ice cream in the afternoon because it's hot. You enjoy it. And the next hot afternoon you have another one. And then another. And very quickly the mind can begin making a new association. Hot afternoon, ice cream. Or perhaps sit in the garden, ice cream. Finish dinner on a warm evening, ice cream. And what began as an occasional choice can quietly start becoming part of a new routine. And after a while, you may find yourself thinking about ice cream at that particular time without consciously deciding to. You may not even be hungry. The mind has simply begun to recognize, oh, I know what we do here. And that is how easily associations can develop. It doesn't mean you should never have the ice cream. It simply shows how quickly something enjoyable can become connected with a particular time, feeling, or situation, and how repetition can gradually turn a choice into an automatic expectation. And of course, this does not only apply to habits, it can apply to emotional responses too. Perhaps uncertainty has become associated with worrying, or someone not replying to a message might automatically trigger the thought, have I done something wrong? A meeting at work might trigger, what if I make a mistake? Or an opportunity might appear, and before you've properly considered it, your mind says, I couldn't do that. And eventually, those responses can become so familiar that we start describing them as personality. I'm just an anxious person. I'm not confident. I've got no willpower. I'm an overthinker. But there is an important difference between this is who I am, and this is what my mind has learned to do. One sounds permanent, the other describes a pattern, and patterns can change. That does not mean every habit or emotional response disappears simply because you understand where it came from. But understanding the pattern can change the question you ask. Instead of, why am I like this? You might begin asking, what has my mind learned to associate with this situation? What does stress trigger? What does uncertainty trigger? What does sitting down in the evening trigger? And what happens automatically when you feel uncomfortable, tired, bored, or under pressure? That curiosity can be far more useful than criticism, because criticizing yourself does not teach the mind anything new. But recognizing the pattern gives you somewhere to begin. And this is one of the reasons I find hypnotherapy so interesting. We are not simply telling the conscious mind what it already knows. Most people already know what they want to change. We're working with the unconscious associations and responses that may be sitting underneath the behaviour, helping the mind understand. We don't have to do that here anymore. There is another option, a different response, a different association, a different way of thinking, feeling, or behaving. So if there is something you keep doing automatically, perhaps this week, simply notice it. Not with judgment, with curiosity. And ask yourself, what has my mind learned to do here? Because familiar does not mean fixed. And if your mind could learn the old response, it can learn a new one. And if this has helped you understand your own patterns a little differently, then please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might find it useful too. Thanks for watching.